Hey, what is going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video, and today I'm gonna be talking about Joey Wheeler. That's right, Joey Wheeler. Um, a character I really like from the Yu-Gi-Oh series. That a lot of people might not know um, what Joey Wheeler is based off of, and I find it really interesting that a lot of people don't know this, but it's kind of blatantly obvious. It's like right in front of people, and they don't see it. Um, so, were I to tell you that Joey Wheeler, the English version, the localized version, I guess, because they changed it. Obviously in Japan that's not what his name is, but in English it is. Um, so Joey Wheeler in the English version, he was localized to the name Joey Wheeler, and he has a Brooklyn accent. So, who has a Brooklyn accent? Well, where did the Brooklyn accent come from? Well, I'll tell you where the Brooklyn accent comes from. And I'll tell you where the whole idea behind Joey's character comes from. Um, in the years before Zuzu's name was based off of Zuko's nickname, to appeals to Nickelodeon, only for Nickelodeon to basically cancel the show for Arc V. There were other characters that were based off of other existing English media characters. Um, and not every Yu-Gi-Oh character was based off of a specific character, but Joey Wheeler's is pretty much ideal, and pretty much right in your face. So, if you watched Captain Planet, you pretty much should know this already. But in case you don't, I am talking about Wheeler, the Planeteer from Brooklyn, New York. To be specifically, he was the North American representative that got a power ring and became a Planeteer. He had the power of fire. So, he has a Brooklyn accent. Joey Wheeler has a Brooklyn accent. But you're probably wondering, well, I mean, that's about it, right? No. So, obviously, as you know, his last name is Wheeler, spelled exactly the same way as Wheeler's from Captain Planet's first name is spelled like. So you're probably saying, well, where did they get the Joey from? Well, I'll tell you. It's right here in this bio. As you can see, um, right here, the voice actor, the English voice actor, I guess. Well, technically overall, since they were the ones that originally did it. But his first name is Joey. That's his first name. That is the English voice actor's name for the Planeteer, for Wheeler. So they used Wheeler as the last name for Joey, and they used the voice actor's first name for Joey. Um, and that's how Joey Wheeler became Joey Wheeler. And he has a Brooklyn accent, just like the accent. Obviously, different voice actors, but it's the same, idea right here. It is basically the same idea of what they were going for, a Brooklyn accent, and also, not to mention, okay, when you think about it, okay, Wheeler, power, his ring is fire. Well, what is Joey Wheeler's favorite card in the anime? The Flame Swordsman, which was a regular monster in Duelist Kingdom. This is, of course, before he got Red Eye's Black Dragon. He had said that Flame Swordsman was his favorite monster. Of course, as we all know, this was an error by both the dub and the sub, because the sub made Flame Swordsman a normal type monster, even though in the real life card game he's a fusion monster. But in the anime, or at least in the Duelist Kingdom arc, he was a normal monster, but then the dub recognized that he was a fusion monster, so they actually changed the color of the card in later episodes because of this, even though the sub didn't do that. This was a problem with a lot of the Duelist Kingdom arc, is that the sub version changed a lot of the monster effects, and they changed a lot of the cards to fit the Duelist Kingdom rules that they were setting up for the anime, and the dub actually changed it to what actually the real life card game looked like. So the dub was actually right in the sense, but at the same time, because of the way the plot is set up, it never really made sense to a lot of people, like why Joey Wheeler could randomly summon a fusion monster. And Flame Swordsman wasn't the only fusion monster that was summoned in the Duelist Kingdom arc that presented as a fusion monster in the anime, at least for the Duelist Kingdom arc. They retconned this in Battle City, but in Duelist Kingdom they didn't, and it confused the audience, a lot of them, because Flame Swordsman would be randomly summoned without polymerization, which is the way you would summon a fusion monster in Duelist Kingdom and whatnot. But that's not the point. My point is getting back to the topic of this video, is that, again, his favorite card was a fire card, and Wheeler's power from the Planeteers was fire. Like, honestly, outside of having different hair colors, they pretty much were the same character. Joey Wheeler was overconfident. Wheeler was overconfident. They would get... Well, I shouldn't say they were overconfident. They were cocky. There would be times where Joey, would doubt himself, but then there would also be times where he'd be kind of arrogant, like, when he would try to beat Kaiba or something like that in a duel. There would be times where Wheeler would be overconfident as well in Captain Planet. And so, like I said, pretty much Joey Wheeler, whether people want to admit it or not, is based off of Wheeler from Captain Planet. Like this is literally what they were going for. This is literally what the direction was going for. And when you think about it, Yu-Gi-Oh! Originally was airing on Kids WB, which was overseen by Warner Brothers, which Warner Brothers was kind of attached to Time Warner back then. So, which Captain Planet was overseen by Turner Broadcasting. It was one of the last shows that was overseen by Turner Broadcasting, and Hanna-Barbera before it went under. So, yeah, guys, that is where this is at. Joey Wheeler is Wheeler from Captain Planet. There's the evidence, guys. I mean, I'm surprised no one's caught on to this one. I knew about this for a while now, since I'm a Captain Planet fan. And obviously I was a Yu-Gi-Oh fan, but I'm really surprised that this never became like a joke or a pun or anything like that, because it is quite obvious that Joey Wheeler was based off of Wheeler. It's just right in front of everyone. Like, there's no disputing it. Like, the characters are very similar. His first name was based off of a voice actor of the character's name, and then the last name they used as the character's first name, which they also used the character's first name for Wheeler Underwood for the first name. Maybe they just decided to call him Wheeler, so it would kind of deflect the deflect the influence of Joey being called Joey instead of Wheeler, and just have that be his his last name instead. I don't know but they clearly the people at 4Kids that were working on the dub and doing the localizations for Kids WB at the time, they clearly were going for this. This is clearly what they were going for. And it doesn't hurt. I'm not saying it hurts the character or anything like that. I still like Joey Wheeler. I like his character. But just know that Joey Wheeler was based off of Wheeler from Captain Planet, and that cannot be disputed. It really intrigues me that a character, a dubbed character, was localized to basically be another character, and obviously their personalities are very similar, sub or dub. Their personalities were one and the same. It's just that obviously they weren't named that way. Obviously Joey wasn't originally named that way. That came over when he was dubbed and localized. But it just seems really weird that that is what the people at 4Kids looked at and said, you know what, this character, he is very similar to Wheeler from Captain Planet. Let's do this. Let's give him the name Joey Wheeler, because the voice actor's name's Joey and his name is Wheeler, and I just think it's really intriguing that the directors or producers or whoever was the one that was overseeing this kind of went with this. It was really kind of weird that this was the direction. But I mean, you cannot deny it. It's right in front of you. So yeah, that's kind of what I gotta say. Let me know what you guys think about this. What do you guys think about this recollection? Did you know about this, or are you like, it's the first time you've ever heard this? But I'd like to know about this. I know what you guys think about this. I'm out of here. Comment, rate. If you like this video, my videos, please subscribe. Also, please hit the notification bell for the latest contents. I also have a Discord link in the description, as well as I just have my Patreon open now, as well. Right now, $1 for shout outs on video. If you want to support my contents, that will be all in the description box as well. I'm out of here. I'm the SS Ultimate Goku. I'm out of it. Peace.